Defense made a motion for a mistrial. Potentially damaging evidence. No basis for it. Judge specifically said, do not ask that question. Use that as evidence. She walked right down the path and asked the question. It may be over on Tuesday. Batman Bruce Wayne Stitch. Gerald Brooks, your Constitution does not apply to me because I'm a sovereign citizen, traveler around the land, because there's absurd. If you want to be a sovereign citizen, do yourself a favor. Go to here. Just get every sovereign citizen that's ever been before. Find one that down. It's not the stupid. Some clever on the internet didn't find the great loophole in all of the world's law. Bitch snitch. God dang, you're right. God dang, you're right. Traveler on the land. Moorish Empire. Bitch snitch. Moorish Empire. God dang, you're right. Bitch snitch.
What do you got?
I think I can prove to a judge that both of these men had the mens rea.
What the hell is a mens rea?
Legal term, the lawyers just means the intention to commit a crime.
Okay, come on, let's go. Okay, come on, let's go. What the cuffs on him?
How could we have gotten mens rea?
How could we take mens rea?
Can you do it without taking blood?
Can you do it without
We
taking
both
blood?
use condoms.
We
How
both
is it
use
possible?
condoms.
I want to see a doctor. I want to see a doctor.
I have an independent blood test.
What are you doing?
Mens rea! Mens rea!
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? And good night to some of you. If you happen to be somewhere in Central Europe, I hope you're doing all very, very well right now, wherever you are. Strawberry's over here in her little bed, just looking all comfortable, waiting for me to do my thing. And we're mixing it up a little bit, kind of a Friday chill stream. I've been threatening to do this for a while. Oh, we're echoing? Are we really? What if we do this? Did that kill the echo? Bummer, echo gone. What was echoing? All right, because this is the first time I've done a game stream, so this has nothing to do with boomering. This just has something to do with trying something new, and you need to try it live sometime. Only the intro is echoing. That's fascinating. All right, well, let me know if it does at some point again. All right. Whatever. Okay, everybody. Anywho, not sure why that was echoing, but it was. Hopefully it won't echo once we get the game going, because if that echoes, we're going to have problems. But as I said, I've been threatening to do this for a while. But I decided to give it a crack. And I didn't just want to play any random game that has nothing to do with law or legal things. So I thought we'd dust off an old Capcom game. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first of the Phoenix Wright games. I have not played this game since it came out in Nintendo, probably close to 25 years ago. This is an ancient game, and this is where we're gonna start. We'll see how it goes. And also, okay, if you're watching this on replay and you don't want to hear all this crap, skip ahead about 4 or 5 more minutes until you get to the intermission sign. The deal here is, is that I had a Friday night. It's Saturday morning here where I'm at. Boy, I had a Friday night and out with friends. We were in some really weird cocktail bar. It was a Mexican themed. There was a 3-story. There's like a restaurant in the first floor, I don't know, some sort of pub thing on the second floor, and a bar on the third floor, and a rooftop thing. They had the rooftop closed for some reason. But yeah, so it was like 3 floors of weirdness. Mexican themed. There's sugar skulls everywhere and paintings, and the only tequila they had was like Jose Cuervo and Don Julio Silver. No, Patron Silver. But yeah, it was weird because they, the theme was Mexican. The food was all over the place. Pasta, chicken, pizza, burgers, fries, fish. The food had no theme. And the bar was just I mean, not the good bar, the second floor pub place. And it had K-pop music too on top of all of that. The second floor pub was just sugary, bright colored cocktails. Ugh. And had to have a lot of those. And one of the main ingredients of a nasty, nasty hangover is sugary drinks. Ugh, that's why I have a rule in life. Never drink a blue cocktail. Hey everybody showing up. Yeah, so never drink. No, David says in Korea they just call it pop music. No, they call it K-pop. They actually do call it K-pop. They created the word K-pop, so yeah, Flux. I had to because there was nothing else on the drink menu. There was like Heineken and Budweiser and colorful cocktails. Yeah, so I literally had no choice. And don't drink blue cocktails is a good rule for your life. But yeah, there was a lot of colorful cocktails, and so it'll be interesting to see how I do with the voice acting today. It could be I've got my gaming shirt on. We're ready to go. We got the old gamer shirt. This is my old I still wear this whenever I play my Souls games, but we've got the gamer shirt. We're locked and loaded and ready to go. Oh yeah, and that's the other deal. A job done well. Don't drink drinks with stupid names. Blowjob, sex on the beach, crap like that, because they're always going to taste bad. Well, let's see. Orange juice is acceptable in a cocktail. I'm just talking like blue and green and ugh. Anyway, but this is not a cocktail stream. This is just me making excuses why I may not be my most vibrant and excited self today. We're working through this. The solution is time and hydration. Ugh. Okay. Last time I wanted a frozen margarita, they didn't have it. Just have a normal margarita. You don't have to have it full of snow. Just get a normal margarita. But they didn't have it, so I got a red slush puppy with vanilla vodka. Ugh. Had to paint the walls when I look. I just got chills reading that. Ugh. All right, that's it. We're gonna get on. We're gonna get onto this thing here. But first, make sure you do that like and subscribe stuff. I said this is the first time we've done this. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do my best to get through this. We'll have to see how it goes. in real time because I have no idea. Our like and subscribe poll is set up. Currently, we've got how many people? We've got some people here. I have no idea how many. We got 98 people here watching this silly Friday night gamer stream just to see what's going to happen. We're playing Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first one. Our like and subscribe poll is actually a very, very important poll to let you know if this is something you want to do every now and then. What do you think about the law-related gameplay streams? 57% of you so far have said, yeah, cool, whatever, I'm ride or die. 24% of you said, I'm willing to give it a try. 6% so far have said, not really interested, but, and full 12% of you, that's like 9 votes. 9 of you have said, objection, stupid. All right. Well, shoot. Let's see how it goes, shall we? Super chats, all that, the normal stuff. We'll just do them up as they come because this is a text-based game. I'm going to be reading the text, but I'll still, so it won't be like shut up. I have to concentrate. Super chats, things like that can get read instantly and easily, so no worries there. And we'll just see how it goes. What do you think? Let's give it a crack. Before we go, though. Micah says, I just finished a video showing Sarah Boone on a Nickelodeon game when she was young. Shut up. No way. Okay, that's a picture it didn't happen thing. No way. I know you're not lying, but no way. And Sonia Chris, member for 21 months. No echo now, just the intro. Well, see, that causes me concern because I'm about to play some music. So I don't know what the echo is all about, but let's just hope it doesn't follow us through to the gameplay. Because if it does, And speaking of gameplay, it's time. It's time for you to join me in court and help me solve a nearly 25-year-old murder. All right, here we go, people. And this is interesting. Because like I said, I haven't played it since it first came out in like it was the late 90s or the very early 2000s when this came out. I recall it being moderately, acceptably accurate as far as games go for Japanese style courtroom proceedings. And the Japanese court proceedings are very, very similar to Korean court proceedings because essentially the Korean court system is based on the Japanese court system. So let's do it, shall we? And where's my thing? Where's my screen thing? Oh, there it is.
This is a brief intermission.
You're very much appreciated for saying that I'm appreciated. I appreciate that.
This is a brief intermission.
Thank you very, very much. I'm going to have a search and or seizure. More likely the seizure. I appreciate you.
This is a brief intermission.
I appreciate you. All right, we are getting ready to start the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney gameplay through the first of the Phoenix Wright games. Like I said, came out late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there. Haven't played it since it first came out on Nintendo. It's been a minute, so we're gonna give it a crack with a little bit of voice acting, and I hope you'll be here along for the ride. Let's see how it goes. First time doing a game stream ever. We'll see how StreamYard can handle it. Uncivil Law Kurt with the $2 says, "Don't do it. Save yourself." Oh, I like Phoenix Wright. They're good games. And because this is the older, this is like the first game, they didn't have the now iconic Phoenix Wright objection sound. I tried to find it, but it's got this thing under, so you can't really hear the objection. So I stole the objection from Liar Liar. Objection. That's the best we can do. Oh, an Angel Baby 421-04210 with the $10. I have a question. What is the law regarding an alleged murderer contacting any state witnesses by phone or letter emails? Can they? Their lawyer probably should It should be I mean, it depends where you are. It's generally, it depends what the point of it is. You know, you can normally generally have, like, if you've seen My Cousin Vinny, you can have your investigator, you can have your lawyer go out and talk to witnesses. They don't have to answer you, but you can talk to them. As far as having the actual defendant contact them directly, wouldn't recommend it. But if you have any questions in that regard, ask the local court. Ask the court if it's appropriate, and possibly the authoritas if the courts tell you no. But check your local jurisdiction for any questions like that. And Corey Boatwright starting us off right with the 10 Legal Vices memberships. Woohoo! Wow, thanks. That is awesome. Right. Wow. If you've got one of these 10 Legal Vices memberships, make sure you give Corey Boatwright a super special thanks. That would be who we got. Chad Moser, Cellulite Podcast. What's up, Will? I see you lurking there, brother. I see you lurking. It's a Friday night. What are you doing home watching some old dude in Korea play video games? You should be out doing something. Corn Pope, Xera Bill, Helena, Andy S, Jano, I2 Foss 4U1, A Scales, and Julie K. You lucky recipients should give Boatwright a super special thanks. Ed Island, Sarah Boone on Nick is in. Oh, okay. Nickelodeon. I was like, huh? Okay. It's still too early. Sarah Boone on Nickelodeon is in your DMs. Thank you, Island. That's wild. All right. Let's for about the 9th time, let's do this. All right, we are starting this. We're just gonna have to, like I said, see how it goes, because I don't know how it's gonna go. I really don't. Share audio. All right. Adjust background volume. That's going to be our first hurdle. Now, I really am going to ask for a little bit of restraint from my chat, because I know how you guys operate. I really need to ask for a little bit of restraint, at least on day 1 here. Don't, please, for the love of God, I'm serious. Don't make jokes about the audio that aren't happening, because it's really important that I get on this. If it's not echoing, don't say it's echoing. You know, stuff. You know what I mean? Because I really need to be paying attention to this to see what the problems are. Now, so that once we get through all of the once it gets set up and we know it works, then have at it. But in the initial stages here, do me a solid, people. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, we need some background music, and that's the volume is on the lowest. I have zero idea if it's too loud, too soft. Let me know. I think it should be just about right. Sound effect we'll leave in the same volume. All right. New game, people. We're not echoing, so apparently that's a good thing. It seems like I don't know why the intro was echoing. That was weird. Play this game. Well, we'll just, if 1 is too loud, we will bump it up. Are we ready to start Ace Attorney, the first of the Phoenix Wright games? Episode 1, the first turnabout. Now, I'm going to put myself up here in the corner. I think this is probably the least intrusive place I can be, is up here. Play the first turnabout? Let's play the first turnabout, because that's where we need to be. Oh, Sonia Chris says, good, sounds good, sir. Well, thank you very much. All right. Now have at it. Now that we've got the fact there's no echo, just run with it, peeps. All right. I've tried to put myself up here in the corner where it's not as offensive. Oh, we got the murder. I remember there was a murder. I think it was his friend or his friend's friend was the one that got murdered. Right?
call correctly. Oh dear. Damn it. Why me? Was that the victim talking? I can't get caught. Not like this. Okay, it is a male voice for the murder. I've got to find someone to pin this on. I have to try not to get canceled with the voice acting. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, defendant, lobby number 2. All right, we're already in court. Boy, am I nervous. We're going to have to do Phoenix in my normal voice because Phoenix has got a lot here. Boy, am I nervous. Okay, we can't use space bar. We just have to use the actual mouse click, it looks like. Right! Hey, Mia. I remember Mia. Hey, Mia. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Me too. This is one thing they don't let you do in court. They don't let hot young lawyer chicks dress like this in court. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Kurt, Sarah Boone, she needs someone to take on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Just saying. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. For me, that would be one of the reasons I became an attorney was To Kill a Mockingbird. I read the book as a young adult and fell in love with the idea. But always before that, when you were playing cowboys and Indians as a kid, I would always want to be the judge that sentenced the cowboys or the Indians to jail, depending on what they did. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything is all over. ... Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die! That's a very Asian thing to say. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah? Sigh. Nick! Yeah, by the way, dude's name is Butts. But, yeah. What's up, Butts? Nick! Hey there, Larry. Larry Butts, my friend and defendant. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. No, all right. Don't go Alec Baldwin. Don't go Sarah Boone. Don't do this. Don't be doing this, okay? Don't be doing this shit where people can hear, all right? Just a little bit of friendly, non-legal advice. Just, especially if you're innocent. Don't go around screaming, dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. No, don't do this either. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. How not to win your case in one easy step. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. God, I can't do that voice. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Oh, Jay Leib got Larry, the DUI guy, hired Nick Rekieta as his attorney. I don't think that would happen either way in real life, but that's funny. Who took my baby away? Oh, wait. See, there we go. I got to come back over to this screen. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. Well, apparently my phone is possessed and wants us to listen to Jeremy Hales. The hell is that? Shut up. All right, what did I say that triggered that? Dang. I have voice activation turned off, but it doesn't seem to be always turned off. We're deep in the LawTube lore creation now. Why does Larry sound like Elaine? Because he looks like Elaine. All right, here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was an unlucky sap dating her. Well, I think he was lucky until she was dead. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Could have been Harry Butts. That would have been awkward. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Okay. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. I only heard him confess. Yep. That's... Did he say, I did it? Or, I did it? It raises the my cousin Vinny / Karen Reed issues, doesn't it? He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. All right, let's see if we can clear this case together. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Okay, that looks like a very Asian courtroom. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial would decide the fate of your client. Oh, no. No, that's not a good thing. The conduct of the lawyer should never decide the fate of the client. But it does in this case, by God. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Ellipses. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Oh, God, the bar exam. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, hands shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. I know this one. Gee, chat, which one is it? I think we know it's Larry Butts. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Now, so y'all think, like, is this person competent to stand trial? Is this person competent to represent themselves? And they make assessments on whether or not someone is competent to represent themselves. That's pretty much the standard. Do you know who the defendant is? Yes. Okay. You can represent yourself. That's kind of about where we are. That's just kind of the standard. You know where you are. You know who the lawyer is. You're competent. Next question. Oh, there's more. Oh, man. JKD Buck. I'm going to go see that tomorrow. Alien Romulus looks so good. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? I don't know what the fuck the victim's name is. Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. Aha, no way, I forgot. Oh, God. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, you are absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Nobody told me. Oh, the victim. No, of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Well, it should be. Just press tab to check it any time. Oh, thank you. That helps. Remember to check it often. Do it for me. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. You probably wouldn't say it like that, but that's how that demanded to be read. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Well, hang on, who? Attorney's badges. These are the. That's what the attorney's badges look like in Japan and Korea. The ones in Korea have like a rose of Sharon with the judicial, the scales in the middle. Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. The case file. Cindy's autopsy report. All right. Cindy's autopsy report. Her name is Cindy. We know that. Time of death, 7/31. Oh, hey. Weird. 7/31, July 31st was also the date of my first death. That was my old wedding anniversary. July 31st was my time of death too. And it was right around 4 p.m. if I recall correctly. 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay, she's got some blunt force trauma to the back of the noggin. All right. Mia Fey, Cinderblock. Cindy Stone, that's who it is. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Flux is Cindy with an I. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Does everyone agree it's hit with a blunt object? She was struck once by a blunt object. She was struck by a blunt. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. I can see a lot of reasons why we shouldn't proceed, but hey. Someone said something up here. I just saw it flash by. Where'd it go? Wes in Bama said, the legal mindset once said that no, Japanese court isn't like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It is exactly like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. If I recall correctly, it was pretty accurate back in the day. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck by a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? It was a baldom upside the noggin. The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Yeah, I should rock the judge look. That's what I should do. We should rock this. But the lights are too bright, I can't see. All right, there we go. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. That's kind of this is how entering things into evidence works over here in Korea and Japan. That's literally what you do. All right, here's our evidence, and the judge goes, okay. That's literally how it works here. You don't have to do all the authentication stuff. You only do that if the other side has a question or questions the veracity of the evidence. It's there's no discovery. There are no discovery laws here. You just give over to the other side what you want to give over to the other side. The prosecution in a criminal case, they have to turn over their entire investigation file. But in civil matters, no discovery. You give them what you want. If you got some really shitty stuff that ruins your case, you don't have to give it to the other side. But if they ask for a specific document and you suddenly can't produce it or don't, the judge can weigh that, for or against you as he sees fit. But yeah, there's entering things into evidence are very, very easy. All right, here it is, and the judge goes, all right. Statue. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Statue added to the court record. That's kind of it, really. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That's a good piece of advice. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. You shouldn't have ammunition in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Ooh, here we go. We're getting into the evidence, and we're getting into the witness testimony here. Everything I know about Korean courts, I learned from the K-drama Extraordinary Attorney Woo. If that's even slightly accurate, the differences are huge. The differences are huge, but that ain't really that accurate. I mean, the setup, the surroundings, things like that are generally pretty dang accurate, but like legal shows in the States, you kind of have to go drama. What's not in the U.S. game? I missed something that apparently wasn't in the U.S. game. All right. I don't know. Anyway. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. And yes, the prosecution can call the defendant. All right. Chief, what do I do now? if your client gets called to the stand in his own murder trial, and you turn to your boss and go, Chief, what do I do now? And if you happen to overhear your lawyer as soon as you're called to the stand, say, Chief, what do I do now? You're fucked. That's a bad thing to have happen. There we go. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. Fun fact. They have no Fifth Amendment in Korea, of course. I mean, that's obvious, isn't it? But they do have a right against self-incriminating testimony. So it's essentially the same thing. But the right to remain silent, etc., is virtually taken word for word from Miranda. From the Arizona v. Miranda, from the Miranda warnings. Korea has pretty much adopted exactly the Miranda warnings. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. Fair enough. That's a good piece of advice. Oops. Get back over here on this screen. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Yeah, don't get excited on the stand. Awkward. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Harry, watch it, buddy. We're great together. We're Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra. No, these are really bad examples. If you're trying to prove you didn't murder your girlfriend, Romeo and Juliet and Cleopatra and Mark Anthony are probably the two worst examples you could give. Oh no. Yeah, these are really bad examples. Don't use them. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? Yes, they did. That's why it's a bad example. That's exactly why it's a bad example. I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What is it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. Oh, she was an American. Interesting. You'd think she would be Japanese, but apparently she's American. All right. It's a good old U.S. passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Island, she wasn't in the butts. Oh, no. Passport added to the court record. Let's see what the passport is here. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. All right, so broken up, excited defendant. She returns home from a trip to Paris with another man and is murdered the next day. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! That's what Flux would sound like if she was on the if she was on the witness stand. Dudes, my dudes, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. She wasn't one of those models. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Okay, so she did have income, just not like taxable income. She had several sugar daddies. Uh-oh. This is Asia. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyles. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Ms. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Yep. Lots and lots of leading things here, but leading questions are not a thing in Korea. They're just, you can ask whatever questions you want. Should I wait and see what happens? Or stop him from answering? What's the answer, people? I'm assuming you want me to hit 2. I want to hit 1, wait and see what happens, but that's not a very good idea. So I think we should stop him from answering. Wait, well, that's not my objection button, is it? Here we go. Objection! My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Is it really, though? Is it really irrelevant? Oof, wins. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? No, I get to say that. You're the defendant. Shut up. Don't help the prosecution, Butts. That cheating she-dog. Oh, he said it anyway. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motives is clear to everyone. This is why you don't have outbursts in court. Your motive is clear to everyone. All right, we've got some super chats to catch up on while we're sitting here. Corey Boatwright, we got all those. Island, Sarah Boone, Nick. Oh, never mind. Sonia Chris, this is the only one we don't have. Sounds good, sir. Thank you very much. That's the only thing we had to catch up on, and that was from 25 minutes ago. I just had 7 starred things. I just didn't delete any of them. All right, let's there you go. Doop. Sarah Boone foreshadowed. Stop helping butts. Exactly. All right. Let's see. We got to check the doggo cam. How we doing? Doggo cam. What are we looking at here? 65. 35 away from emotional support potato pig dog cam. Pain. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Except for me. Yes, quite. Oh, God. Oops, Judge. Oh, boy. This is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh. Well, did you or did you not? Hey, well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Oh, God, that's a great answer. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Wow. This is an interesting question. He's been asked whether or not he went there. Do you stop him from answering or do you let him answer honestly? We're going to throw this up quickly here to chat. 1, to have him answer honestly, and 2, to stop him from answering. Notice the option isn't to have him lie. It's just don't let him answer or have him answer honestly. All right, it looks like the vast majority of you want him to answer the question honestly. All right. That's what we shall do in just a moment. But now we have a little thing to do here. Sonia Chris has just gifted another 10 Legal Vices memberships. Sonia Chris is the man today. Renee Miette got one. Heather M. Evan S. Sherry Dawson. Brummy Nan of 2. Morel Printing. Dave Domkowski. Marcella Shaw. Daniel Handy. And Jason J. You are the proud recipients of a Legal Vices gifted membership. And we're gonna have a members only stream either Saturday morning US time or Saturday evening US time. So stand by. It depends on how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. But within the next 24 hours, there will be a members only stream. So thank you very much for that. And so we've got Corey Boatwright with a 10 and Sonia Chris with a 10, and that puts us over the edge, people. That puts us over the edge. Now I've got to do some things here. Let's see. Just unplug the dog cam and plug it back in. There we go. All right, it's that time. Let me get it set up, and then we'll go through the theatrics. I'm about this close to turning off this music. It's getting really redundant. All right. Thanks to all of the support from all of you people that have super chatted and gifted Legal Vices memberships this morning. We are to an important part in the show. It's that part that we call. It's the part of the show that we call. Release the hose. And I need to edit this screen. So we need to bring Strawberry up underneath me and hope it doesn't block anything. Right. There. Good job, Happy Strawberry. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Strawberry. And Yoda is over here. Yoda is just being Yoda. There we go. Strawberry's gonna move, so we'll keep her on cam as long as we can, and then once she moves over to wherever it is she's gonna move to, we'll put it back on Yoda. All right. So all of you, thank you so much, by the way, for getting us to the first goal of the day. We now have triggered and are well on our way to goal number 2. We're $80 away from goal number 2. Okay, you all want me to have him answer honestly, so let's have him answer honestly. See, it's interactive. It's like one of those choose your own adventure books. You all get to help me. I know. I'll send him a signal. Oh, don't send your client signals. That's bad. Judges frown on that. That's a subtle signal. Tell the truth. That's a really subtle signal you just sent there, Phoenix, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts, if that's your real name. Dude, chill. There's a way to endear yourself to the court. Ha, Jingris. All right. Let's go into silent mode here for a while, shall we? That music is literally just. Oh, well, let's. We better save, huh? All right. Right. That's it. Don't want to lose that, do we? All right, here we go. Already, I feel better without that repeating in my head over and over again. All right, whew. What? All you're like saying thank you. Oh dear God, thank you. You tell me you hate the music earlier. I was just doing it for your entertainment. Do they play this music in Japanese court? I'd confess just to end it. Yeah, they do. No, they don't. All right, dude, chill. Wait. Let's come back over here. It's stuck in my head. It's too late for me now. Right, Derna? There it is. So she wasn't home, man. So I didn't see her. Oh, they did have the. They did have the. I didn't think they had the objection audio for the original one. I guess they did. But that's the one I tried to isolate. I thought they started with the audio and the audio objections in the second one. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. They've got something that can place him at the scene of the crime, don't they? Lying? All right. Straubs, you got to stop moving. You got to stop moving there, little girl. Just lick the floor like you normally do. There you go. There you go, little pudgy head. Wow, Boosh. Some dude said, played this a lot when it came out. Learn to filter it out. Back in the day, it was just on the TV across the room. But when it's right in my ears with these very, very high quality earphones, it gets old. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? Judge Blink Blink. Sock snatcher. Judge Blink Blink. His contacts are bothering him. Give him a break. It's all the fluorescent lights in court in his contact lenses. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah. Screw you, cross-examination. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Why is the prosecutor the only Japanese person in Japan? Oh, and Mr. Sawit here. I was expecting a feller of Indian descent. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh man, how am I going to do this accent? This is just this looks like a guy whose accent is begging me to be canceled. So all right, let me think about it while oh no, Yoda's head has been replaced with a basketball. All right, there we go. Yoda's not going to move for a while. Oof. I don't even know how to do this guy's accent because everything that's running through my head as a possibility is a definite no-go. I've just got Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's running through my head, which is a definite no-go. We'll just we'll play him. We'll downplay him. Oh yes, newspapers. Yes, we'll give him a gruff gravelly little voice there. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. And he also appears to be doing up his pants. That's odd. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Wait, that sounds pretty strange to me too, pal. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright. That's how you know a witness is lying, if they ever use the term quail. Unless they're talking about actual quails. Cindy T, lol, Mickey Rooney, and Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah, that was the only thing that was going through my head, and it took a great amount of willpower to not do that. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Okay. That should ring some bells. That should raise some alarms in your head here. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Now, there's something to check here. So, this all happened at 1 p.m., did it? Well, the time of death was between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. So, well, apparently he doesn't remember the exact time because the autopsy report put the time of death at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. And he said he saw this at 1 p.m. Somebody's lying. See, I'm a lawyer. I remember that stuff. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Well, how convenient. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Blink, blink, blink. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, all right. Judge getting in on it. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. Good point, Payne. Good point. The phone that Mr. Sawid used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Japan got blacked. Electricity to Ms. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Okay, so went out at noon. Dude said he saw it go down at 1, but the autopsy says 4 p.m. So the blackout was from noon to 6 p.m. All right. It's 5 p.m. somewhere, Your Honor. I like the way you think. Japan got blacked sounds like a video Jeff watched. I have the right to remain silent. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Oh, dear. But if this is your lawyer, you're screwed. All right, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Right, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Oh, God. Phoenix, how did you go on to make 6 of these games? You suck. You suck, Phoenix. Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? I'm guilty. I'm guilty of not reading Cat in Virginia's 149 super sticker. The cat. I'm assuming it's the cat. Oh, yep. Nope, it's not the cat. It's usually the black cat. This is a little dog for Doggo Cam. Aw, thank you, Cat in Virginia. And Tammy Fayette dropping the $2 super sticker of the pair saying, hey, you, Tammy Fayette, welcome to Phoenix Wright murder trial. Or is your client really guilty? Just because my client is innocent doesn't mean the witness is lying, or, as potentially criminal Sean puts it, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. Exclamation marks. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. I am the key master. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. We're one step ahead. It's almost like we're a group of competent attorneys. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Well, she just got aggressive. Oh, damn. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. I approve of her court attire. Well, let's see if there's any more. Oh, we can't open. She said I could press tab anytime. Apparently I can't right now. I was going door to door. Oh, sorry. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Can we do tab yet? Okay. Let's look here. We got all right. It's just kind of still the basic stuff. This seems to be our only contradiction. The 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. thing. Statue of the thinker. Nothing there. Electricity was out from noon to 6. So noon, he says 1, murder 4, power comes back on at 6. All right. I think we should get ready to challenge him. Well, see, Kurt wants to do something about the mole in his middle of it. With a name like Sawit, I assumed he would be Indian, so I'm not really wrong. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I just got a government, like any government emergency message on my phone. Let's make sure North Korea is not invading, shall we? What is the national emergency? What? It's a corona notice. It's a coronavirus prevention notice. To prevent yourself from catching corona-19, that they call it COVID. They call COVID corona-19 here. Corona-19. Wash your hands. Don't cough. Wear a mask. Ventilate rooms for 10 minutes every 2 hours. Weird. Haven't had one of those in a couple of years, but I guess it's going around again. No, it's not a national emergency. The national emergency system here on your phones is going to be a classic example of the boy who cried wolf. There is going to be a national disaster and nobody's going to pay attention because just to take a little bit of a sidebar here, here's the last few national emergency notification system alerts. There's the Corona-19 there. There's how to prevent water accidents. Wear a life jacket. Do some stretching before. Don't go into the ocean at night or drunk. Thank you very much. The one before that is it's hot. It's going to be above 97 degrees. Avoid going outdoors. Drink lots of water. Get some rest. You know, these are the things that come through, and you get 8 or 9 of these a day. It's terrible. I turned them off, but now I turned them back on. Anyway, probably gonna turn them off again. You don't ever get ones for kidnapping. No, about once a day you'll get one for like a lost person, like that may or may not have been kidnapped, but missing persons thing. It's usually, judging by the ages, it's usually elderly people that have wandered away somewhere, perhaps people with Alzheimer's or something. All right, here we go. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Oops, other screen. This guy just a little too happy to be on the stand. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. I just can't get over how much I approve of her courtroom attire. Examine the court record with tab if something strikes you as being suspicious. We did. Then find the evidence that contradicts his testimony and present it to the court. Do we have to go through this again? We know it's here. Present. Or do we have to get to the right point? I think we have to get to the right point. All right, let's get back to the phone apartment was working. Was in a nearby park, found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Now we're going to tab.
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m.? You sure? I need to have my objection locked and loaded here.
Objection!
Yeah, that's better. You found the body at 1 p.m.? You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. Well, perhaps the autopsy medical examiner that performed the autopsy hadn't studied forward. Perhaps that is part of the problem. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. Subtle lawyer humor there. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Objection!
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. I don't think this is trivial. But nice try, Payne. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. She needs to have like the ginger from Gilligan's Island. Just that sultry, saucy little, thing. All right. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradiction. Yeah, that's all lawyers have to do. That's it right there. She's got us. Just point out contradictions. And Cat in Virginia, yes, rubbed his face in it. Oops. There you go. Other screen. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. Testimony. Yeah, you see, when I found the body, I heard the time. But the crime scene spoke to him and told him what time it was. Is that what we're going with? The crime scene talked to me. It told me the time. When I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. I told you that the crime scene spoke to him. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. It was 3 hours off. I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's what you're going with, buddy? That's what you're going with. All right. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time. Oh, I told you about the horrible night of colorful cocktails during the warm-up stream and how I'm just kind of dying. My friends are starting to wake up, and they're sending. It's 11 a.m. here. My friends are starting to wake up, and they're sending me emojis that are very, very close to how I'm feeling right now. So, I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Brandon, the anime guy.
Objection!
All right. Let's see if there's anything in the record that would contradict a video. Wouldn't believe this is a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cause of death, loss of blood, blunt trauma, time of death. The thinker apparently arrived home from Paris the day before the murder. Electricity. Oh, the electricity was out from noon. Aha, blackout. Right. I undermeant what you stood. There you go. You're one step ahead of me. I undermeant what you stood. Uh-huh. Oh, you can hear that? That's funny. you haven't been able to hear my messages before. No, it's the Korean kakao talk. It's a little child's voice going katok. It's it used to be Obama, but I got really tired of hearing that really fast. All right. Anyway, let me find out what's going on here. Come on, I got to turn off my messages. Quit. Oh, that hurts my voice. I hope this guy gets off the stand. It's rubbing my throat wrong. Well, hey.
Phrasing.
All right. That's right. It's the blackout. Correctamundo. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Cross-examination. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Uh-oh. That's our cue to object.
Objection!
Objection!
Hold it right the F there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. Sweating. Still shaking shoulders from side to side in an uncomfortable manner. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Well, Irk. Did I do that? Said Urkel. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this? See, this was before smartphones, people. He couldn't have been watching his iPhone. She couldn't have been on an iPad. This was the dark days. This was the dark days of 2001. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Yeah. Oh, lol. Yep. This is pre-smartphone days. I think. When did the first Apple iPhone come out?
June 29th.
2007. So this game came out 6 years before the first iPhone came out. You had a battery-powered TV. I remember battery-powered TVs, but did you also have a battery-powered video recorder? Well, yeah, I guess you would. Yeah, you could, like a VCR. You'd have a battery-powered video camera, but probably not a battery-powered video player. Anyway, this was before them. 13 battery-powered. I can't remember. I remember we had one that we would take camping with us sometimes. Not that we could ever get a signal, but I remember it being massive, like a billion D-cell batteries. No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Wait. I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Oh, good. Sony Watchman. Oh, there you go. The Sony Watchman. There's a blast from the past. All right, Judge, let's go. Why aren't you going? Sorry, still the judge. That end, you seem rather distraught. Looks like he's got to take a piss to me, but that's just me. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Again with the testimonies. Witness testimony. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. He used is he saying he used the clock to kill the victim? That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sienna Hartle, what's funny is that the game takes place in 2016. Really? I don't recall that. Huh. Okay. That's funny. They should have seen the iPhone coming. He looks like his plug is vibrating. Let's go back to Sienna Hartle's comment. It's more family friendly. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. So muchly appreciated. Jason J, who's been a member for 13 months. Lucky you. Monkeypox is apparently the new COVID. Yeah. We're monkeypox free in Korea so far. So good luck with that, people. I always said nothing good could come of Charlton Heston kissing Zero there on Planet of the Apes. Nothing good could come of that. Thank you very much for the member for 13-month chat, Jason J, and Sienna Hartle for the $5 super chat. I don't know where that puts us on the scale to achievement number 2. I don't know where that puts, because why did I close my studio window? I'm a dork. Give me a few seconds here. Then we'll get into more detail on this amazing thing we got going on here. I know you're oh great. I've already lost 6 subscribers. That tells me what you guys think of this, doesn't it? Right, here we go. The like and subscribe poll. Currently, we have some people here. We got 194 people here concurrently. 163 likes. That's good. It means some of you like it. That makes me feel a little happy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. And don't unsubscribe. If you hate the program, just don't watch today. Come back tomorrow. There'll be something interesting. Or I'll hit you with the clock at 1 p.m. Take our like and subscribe poll. Let's see how we're sitting here so far. What do you think about law-related gameplay streams? 8% of you say not really interested, but well, I wonder if you've changed your mind. 14% of you say objection, stupid. It's far too many. 24% of you say I'm willing to give it a try, and 55% say cool, whatever, I'm ride or die. Well, we got about another 35 minutes, and we'll wrap it up for this episode. All right. I can't remember why I opened this. But while we're here, Boosh McFadden says, oh, wait, I got to bring it up over here, huh? Oh, there we go. Objection. Do a shot. We've hit 50, right? Also, this is fun. Ignore the 6 who left. 6 more will subscribe. I know. YouTube is putting us all through a time of struggles. And that's why I brought it up, to see where we are. Oh yeah, we're still 70 away from a shot. That's good. I'm marked safe from a shot of punishment whiskey for $70 more, which hopefully we won't get to. All right. Is that supposed to be you? You saw the clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly.
Cross-examination.
Hearing the time. Oh, Wes in Bama's got a Reba McEntire song on his mind. Unburdened by what has been. I'm back. Welcome back, Siobhan. I hope we're having fun. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. Uh-oh. Negative, sir. The murder weapon was the thinker.
Objection!
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. No, Barton, he went into the apartment because he thought it was weird that the guy came out of the apartment and left the door open. Ooh. A Reba song comes to mind. That's The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Fun fact, I believe Vicki Lawrence was the original singer of The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Vicki Lawrence, who played Mama in Mama's Family and also in the Carol Burnett show. She was quite a little bit of a singer. I believe that she was the one that wrote that song. I mean, or she was the original singer of it if she didn't write it. The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. It's written by Bobby Russell. It was first recorded by Vicki Lawrence for her 1973 album. Yep. And it reached #1 on the U.S. Billboard's Hot 100 chart. See, I knew that. You know how I knew it? I've got the album over there in the other room. So that's the I didn't even actually know that Reba did a version of it. I'll have to go check that out. Vicki's husband was a music producer and got her to sing it. Cool. Vicki died. When did Vicki die? Something's twitching in my head. Huh. All right, now you've triggered the ADHD. That'll teach you. Vicki Lawrence. She's still alive. Stop that. She's 75 years old. She looks the same. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right. We're not here to talk about Vicki Lawrence. So now I've got to listen to the Reba version. I'm sure that's pretty dang good. Thank you so much for cluing me into the Reba McEntire version. He looked in, but he was scared to enter. A cat in Virginia with the $2. I was not really interested, changed my mind. Well, by the fact you're still here, I assume that means you changed your mind to the positive, not to the confirmed negative. Yes, Vicki Lawrence is alive, thankfully. Carol Burnett died, yes. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry for what? No, I didn't know Reba McEntire did a version of it, so as soon as I get off, I'm gonna go check that out because I love me some Reba. I loves me some Reba. She'll do it justice. But that's now I've got the song running through my head. We've got to check your Utah card now. Here we go. Let's what? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Wait, I've lost a dog. That's who I think I am. There. You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Okay, I'm being told to watch the Reba video, not just the song. Oh, cool. All right, I'm all over that. All right. Watch the video. I will do that. Carol's 91 and alive. Nobody's dead from the Carol Burnett show except for Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, I guess. Dick Van Dyke is still alive, for God's sake. He's like 403. Sonia Chris with the $2. The voice acting is top notch. I'm ride or die. Well, thank you very much for being ride or die. I appreciate that. Don't kill Carol. I think I may have killed B. Arthur because I was talking about how it's unbelievable that B. Arthur is still alive. She's really old and she should probably be dead. And then she died like that evening, and it freaked me out just a little bit. So I've stopped doing things like that. All right, just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The statue is indeed a clock. The cake is a lie. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. So you Nicole Brown it and tilt the head back, and it tells you what time it is. All right. Jeff has a superpower. Quick, say Nancy Pelosi. Now, if something happens, this is on your soul, not mine, Bush. All right, so it says the time out loud. Okay, it says the time out loud, but does it show the time? As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. That's the question, isn't it? Wait, how does the prosecutor know that? And who tipped the head? Good questions. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. This is a dog staring at Cthulhu. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Well, yes, but let's find the evidence for it. It's still the time. The time is still wrong. If it was 1 p.m., it would say 1 p.m. Or if we got past that because he said it was on a tape or something. I still think it's the time. It could, but it's got to be he saw it, but I don't see anything. What do you want, Straubs? What do you want? You got all your. You just want me to play with you, huh? You want to play with the monkey? Play with the monkey. Play with the monkey. Play with the monkey. You want the monkey? Get that monkey. Get that monkey. Woo-hoo! Play with that monkey. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Had to say some inappropriate, potentially inappropriate things to Strawberry there. All right, so electricity was out. Okay, so we'll assume it's battery operated. I still think we got to go with the time. The time is still wrong. If it was a clock, it would say 4 p.m. and not 1. He's sticking to the 1 p.m. thing. All right, we'll use that here in a bit. Profiles. Mia. All right, here. I still think we got to go with the time. I still have problems with his testimony. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. Oh, saucy. Does it have to be gaping? The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Fair enough. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. I mean, it's just his first trial. Hopefully he learns. He does. He learns. Not much, but he learns. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Yes, the games do get, they don't get harder so much as you're required to think a little more. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, you didn't change your clothes from the time you murdered this woman until you got on the stand, right? You're just like that Albert kid. You think you can put on a sweater and hide the fact you wore the same shirt 2 days in a row. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. That's what a murderer looks like. Just look at the cut of his jib. I told you he had to go to the bathroom. I told you he wasn't nervous. He just had to go to the bathroom. I told you that. Would the would the witness care to elaborate? That's good. Yeah, Phoenix Wright's hair is iconic. Yeah. Oh dear. Did you strike the victim with the clock? Okay, now I'm going to say, witness, don't answer the question. That day, I never. Wait, not that day. You struck her a different day. Look, the clock. What's that? Did they just flash a picture of Hitler? What's going on here? What the fuck was that? Shut up! I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Oh, God, I can't do that. Wow. Okay, rabble. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Yes, Cindy T, he did just throw a toupee at the defense attorney. He threw his hair at the defense attorney. Was he one of her sugar daddies? Stay tuned. He could have been. This is high drama, says Island. Is the judge Confucius? Could be. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, or try sounding the clock. Sounding. Always go with the sounding. Always go with sounding. Sounding is always your best option. Damn. I guess we try sounding the clock, don't we? Let's see what that's all about. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Yes, Wim. I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. Well, that was pretty undramatic, wasn't it? I think it's 8:25. Oh, I get it. It's the thinker. I get it. It's the thinker. I think it's 8:25. See what that witty little statue did? There you go. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Aha. Yeah, even he realizes he fucked up. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. Sam PXE says, nice to see you playing this, Vices. It's a good game, great humor and writing, and totally not accurate to real courts, sadly. Oh no, it's not completely inaccurate to courts over here in Korea and Japan. It's actually surprisingly authentic. Yeah, I haven't played this in it came out in 2001, so 23 years. Precisely the discrepancy. Oh, thank you very much for your comment. Precisely the discrepancy. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Yeah, Samp XZ. Things are a little different over here. You forgot one thing, Mr. Smarty Pants. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Ooh, look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants, asking the defense lawyer a really important question. Objection. Foundation. All right. If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. What you got there, Straubs? Says Phoenix. Right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. Wow, Judge. Bias much? God. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Wow. Give up so easily, Phoenix. Don't do it. We've got more game to play. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Slower, slower, Mr. Sawit. Well, that's not in the script. That was, sorry, ad lib. Mia, I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? We haven't played the what's in the box thing for a while, have we? I don't even know. Do I still have it? I do. So, But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box.
I'll show you in the box. Who's in the box? Who's in the box?
I envy your normal life. It seems that envy is what
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
It's been a while since we played that. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow. Oh, spoilers, Wim. Come on. Spoiler. I was just going to watch that. No, just kidding. Oh, so all right. So the echo comes when I play. Interesting. All right. The echo comes when I play the sounds, when I play the video clips. All right. That's interesting to know. Thanks. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why? Why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Ha! Clever. Right? Can we remove the dialogue box here? You're blocking things here. Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? What would be a reason the clock would be 3 hours slow? Sonia agrees with the $2. So the echo is something with the video clips. Yes, that seems to be the case. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat there. The batteries. As he no. Time difference from Paris to Japan is about 8 hours. 7 or 8 hours. Yeah, the time but I'm assuming that that's probably the answer, even though it's not accurate. It's a game though, right? Yeah. But the clock was flying too. So I'm thinking that's it here. ... Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. Ooh. KLF. It didn't say AM or PM, did it? You might be onto something there. You might be onto something there. Because that would put it in the right time zone. Dun, dun, dun. KLF might be onto something. So it's not 3 hours difference. It's 9 hours. It's not 3 hours slow. It's 9 hours. There you go. I'm liking this one. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Oh, let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Well, clearly it's not his attorney's badge. I have a sneaky suspicion that we're way overthinking this. Time of death, 7:31, 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. That doesn't prove the clock was slow. A statue in the shape of the thinker, it's rather heavy. That doesn't prove it either. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Electricity to Ms. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Wow. I haven't played this one since it came out. So, well, don't spoil this. This is actually a good answer here. I don't know. How does it prove that it's 3 hours slow? It's got to have something to do with the time of the death, time of the autopsy. I'm according to the autopsy report. Okay, one. There's this 3 hour difference. See, are we going to go with this? Because they keep saying we're either way overthinking it or not. Because I'm liking the 9 hours ahead thing. I'm liking the 9 hours ahead, not the 3 hours behind. But they keep saying 3 hours behind. All right, by popular demand, let's look at the passport.
Take that!
Well, there you go. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, yeah, there you go. We were not horribly overthinking it. See, I was thinking that we were overthinking it, but we're not. Yes. See, that's what we were being told. But KLF, she solved this here. See, she's saying they're going on, in which she's clearly correct, because I was saying there's like an 8 or 9 hour time difference, depending whether it's a daylight savings time or not, between Japan and Paris. So the idea is the clock is not 3 hours slow. It's 9 hours fast. Because Japan is 9 hours ahead of Paris. Yep, that's where we are now. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. No. It's the other way around. When it's 4 p.m. in Paris, it's 1 a.m. in Japan. So it's backwards from that. Unless they're not in Paris, unless they're not in Japan, man, in California. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Yes. So there you go. Yes, Cat in Virginia, that was backwards, but we worked it out. Bernard said, Lamau, we finally got you gaming. Jeff is best Korean beauty pie. The victim hadn't reset. Oh, sorry, this is still Phoenix. I just kind of saw this guy and went into this guy mode. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why. Hey, dogs. Let's not cause an ear infection. Yoda, drops. Hey,
What's up, buddy? Don't let Yoda lick your ear. Don't let Yoda lick your ear.
all right. And that's why you heard. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Okay, that was I would like to hear that in court. That would be, I would give a large amount of money for if a defense lawyer were to say something like that. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh, that's good. Uh-oh. He's order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? Back up, he got the rabies. Hey, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Hey, Mandy. Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm very impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. Well, it kind of does when you just throw all the rules of court out the window and, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, CMB. Welcome here. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Oh, wow. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, he watched him do up his pants. When Larry went to the apartment, the victim wasn't home. So he jerked off on her front door, apparently, by the way he's doing up his pants. That actually happened to a friend of mine. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right? Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. Well, make this chief happy, man. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must. What are you thinking about Larry for? Just make sure she's really, really glad. No, I can't hide the text box. I wish I could, Marms, but we're stuck with it. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Ah, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, what? No. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. She was a hooah. Oh, hey, we had a flash of no text box there. Congratulations, Harry. She did just call him Harry Butts, didn't she? She just called him Harry Butts. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Yeah, I hate it when super hot chicks say stuff like that. Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner. Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey. Oh, hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. No, dude. Phoenix, you're playing this one all wrong. You're playing this all wrong, Phoenix. You don't want Larry to take you out to a dinner and a movie. You want Larry to fuck off so you can go out with your boss. Oh, hey. Hey, here, take this. It's a present. Ew. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that actually I made this clock for her? I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that just make you want to just cry? Sob. Larry. Wink, wink. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, okay? Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really? Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Say hello to my little friend. Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I love you. Here's my autopsy report. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. The passport. It's got to be the clock. Give him the murder weapon. She loved you so much, she took the clock with her. Take that! Well, that was aggressive. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive. You weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and it has her own blood all over it. How romantic is that? And she took it with her when she traveled. Perhaps it was her only clock. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock. That's all. Exactly. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I think you should. I've decided like he should be like a total Valley dude. You like total surfer guy. So we're right here at the very end. We're gonna switch him on up. I'm glad I asked you to like be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Well, I hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Wow. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. Yeah, we kind of do most of the time. we really kind of do. All we can do is believe in them. I believe in Sarah Boone. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? I would love to eat dinner on you. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Your butt ain't going to be so innocent after dinner, young lady. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were... Okay. No, I just don't want some hot woman. Speaking of Harry, wow. In case you didn't know, see before, since you're playing the English version, it was re-region to be said in the U.S., though it's still really Japanese. Yeah. She has the U.S. passport, but it's still Japan. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Go get her, Phoenix. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Wow, it took just about 2 hours. That's like a perfect little gamey game thing there. A brand new episode has been added. Well, that'll just have to wait for another time then, won't it? I think we have to save. Let's save this in here. Oh, saving content, good. Save your progress up to this point. Absolutely, freaking lootly. We'll put it here in save slot number 2. All right. Okay, we're on day 2. We're not going to do day 2 now. I'm just kind of. Oh shh. All right, we have stop. Hey, Maya. It's me. Oh, hey, Maya. It's me. Mia, what's up? I can't do that one. Yeah, I'll have to think of a Maya voice, but for next time. All right, I'm just gonna hard exit this thing here, so I don't want it to get any further along. So let's just remove this screen, embiggen me. Put dog cam over here. Add dog cam. Let's stack us vertically. And then hard exit that. Okay. We are out of Phoenix Wright. All right, people, what do you think? You started it now. You have to play it through. Not today. With that, so all right. Seriously, I need all of your attention. We've got 206 people here right now, and I need all 206 of you to participate. First of all, let me end this poll here. The first like and subscribe poll. While I'm ending the poll, please take care of your business down here. Get down there and hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Even though it's probably weird for you to be here, to be watching a game stream is something new. But at the beginning, and as people come in and take the like and subscribe polls, what do you think of the law-related gameplay streams? 8% of you said not really interested, but, and at least one of you have changed your mind. 12% said this is objection, this is stupid. 24%, I'm willing to give it a try. And cool, whatever, ride or die was 55%. That part makes me happy. So we're ending the poll, but now I want to do like a poll whether we should continue with this, because I mean you're the important people. If this is like boring and stupid and you think it's ridiculous and you want to get back to more serious stuff, let me know. Let's start a new poll here. See, Wim said I said objection to be funny. Well, these are serious polls here. Should we continue playing Phoenix Wright? Occasionally. Yes or no? Those are our answers. So we'll leave this up here for the next couple of minutes while we wind down. Because it's something I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And just to see how it goes. And there's been talk of other, wait, where's my, oh, here it is. I lost my screen. Here we go. Is Yoda okay? Yes, Yoda is perfectly fine. This is Yoda's active phase. You should see when he's slow. Oh, I always have fun. I love playing games. Those are fun. Like it's a good time to revisit these ancient games that haven't been played in 24 years, 23 years. The people who didn't like it are likely not here. Yeah, I know, but some of you may still, have opinions. So 99% of you say yes, and we've got 200. See, this is what I mean. There's like 200 people here, and so there could still be people coming and going, this sucked. But there's 200 people here, 99%. There's the 77 votes, so we have nearly 50% vote rate, or closer, I guess, to 1/3 vote rate, 80. So all right, it looks like these are fun, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I took a risk. I didn't want to just play a random game. So I thought we'd do a law-related game. So we'll go through the Phoenix Wright series, maybe once a week on the weekend, like a chill Friday stream, or maybe once every other week if there's something busy going on. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out over time. But we'll start chapter 2 sometime in the near future. And I guess we're getting ready to wrap it up here. So you can all get on with your day or evening or night, and I can get on with mine. As a side note, I would love to see a video explaining the differences between court in Korea versus USA. Wow, they're two totally different systems. That would be a lengthy process, a lengthy video. But yeah, something to think about, definitely. I normally just kind of throw out the differences as they actually occur in real life situations and real life settings. I hadn't really thought about doing what are some of the big differences kind of a stream. Something to think about. Thank you for giving me ideas. We need an American law game made. Island says next time you need to go full judge cosplay. I actually thought about ordering some like the big white judge wig. I thought that would be kind of fun. I actually thought about that earlier today before I started the stream. Ooh, Starfleet Academy. Dang. That was some old stuff. With all the heavy stuff, a little lightness is most welcome. All right, well, that's kind of cool. Speaking of what's coming up in the future, we've got a couple things coming up at some point within the next 24 hours. Either about 10 hours from now, or or about 22 hours from now, we'll be doing a members only stream. So if you are a member of the channel, make sure you've got your members only stream notifications and everything, and join us, because again, that's the time when I get back to the members that have been gifted memberships, bought your own memberships, or whatever. That's your time to talk to me. I just turn the stream over to you guys for an hour and let you guide the conversation. But the one thing I want to talk about is next Friday, we're going to be doing, next Friday evening US time, we're going to be doing the F It Friday for August. We're doing the August F It Friday. And for those of you that don't know, it's where you say fuck it, and we just throw caution to the wind, and we grift for money seriously hardcore once a month. It used to be every $100 that comes in, I would do a shot of whiskey, of good whiskey. But that is unsustainable. I'm done with that. I cannot do that anymore. It's getting to the point where I dread F-it Fridays because of that. And it takes days, if not weeks, to get over just that you drank a bottle of whiskey in about 5 hours feeling. So that's to the point where it's just not sustainable anymore. So we're changing that format. We're gonna be spinning a wheel. I'm stealing the idea from Hayden and Nick Starro. We're gonna have the F It Friday fickle Ferris wheel of fate. We'll put about 20 items, some rewards, some good things, some bad things, and some in between things. And we'll give the wheel a spin every $100 that comes in, and whatever's on the wheel, that's the action that will be performed. And hopefully we'll see if it, the whole idea between that is just to generate as much money in one day as I can, so I don't have to beg for super chats and shit all during the month. So we'll have to see how well it's supported by people. I hope it'll be equally supported as the F It Friday streams are. We're still going to have the good panel of guests. We'll still have the freewheeling discussions. The only thing that will change is it won't be all liquor all the time. It'll probably be like, it could be up to half liquor. I mean, I was just kind of playing around with some ideas, but this is one thing I want to talk about during the members only stream tomorrow, is what things to put on the wheel. These are just some of the ideas that I've had to kind of give you a little heads up. Like there's like drinky things, eating things, good things, bad things. We have all the whiskeys, like gin, a drink of good whiskey, a bad whiskey, bourbon, vodka, rum, tequila, slice of pizza, blood sausage, Korean blood sausage. Koreans eat some odd stuff. I mean, it's not odd to them, obviously. It would be odd to people that don't normally eat Korean cuisine. Like some of the things that you go, ugh, like their blood sausages, I just can't do. I do not like the Korean blood sausages. And also they have like canned steamed silkworm larva. How's that for delish? So we'll probably put like a can of steamed silkworm larva on there, a slice of pizza, some like steamed liver, a spoon of wasabi, or like a spoon of gochujang, or let the dogs lick my face for 10 seconds. I mean, just something like that. We'll throw out everything on the wheel where there's some rewards, some punishments, and something in between. And I guess if we ever get all 20 items off, we'll reset the wheel and maybe go for a longer stream. Booterberry says agents eat some weird shit. It's only weird because we're not used to it. But yeah, like the steamed silkworm larva is just like, it's as bad as it sounds. Blood sausage, it's okay if you put like 5 pounds of salt on each piece and then you just taste the salt. But so yeah, those are some of the things I'm thinking about for next F It Friday. But we're gonna, again, as a panel of guests, we're gonna have this another big panel of guests. It'll be a more lucid conversation, but hopefully you'll support it the same as you have the other F It Fridays. And Megan Fox and I were supposed to be starting a new item on Monday, a new item involving some very familiar people in the legal landscape, a new and interesting case. But she's had some some things crop up that it's going to push it back to Wednesday. So there's going to be something going on Monday. I had planned on doing the thing with Megan, so I'm caught a little bit flat-footed. I'm going to try to put together a Maritime Monday stream for Monday, and then on Tuesday, I don't know. I hadn't planned. I usually plan a week or so in advance what I want to do, but I don't know what we're going to be talking about on Monday and Tuesday. Monday, something maritime-y. Tuesday, we will be talking about the something. I don't know. I'll think about Tuesday. And then next Friday, Wednesday and Thursday and Friday morning U.S. time, we will be talking about the new case that Megan and I will be covering. And then Friday evening, most likely, we will kick off the F It Friday. That's what's coming up in the next week. But join me tomorrow if you happen to be a member for the membership stream. And speaking of membership streams, Mandy just became a member, a YouTube member. Thank you so much. And Sienna Hartle with the $5 super chat. The games take place in an alternate history, America. Ace Attorney have dubbed it Japanifornia. That's kind of what it is anyway. California is kind of Japanifornia anyway. Right. Let's see. I think we read this one, didn't we, Sonia Chris? The voice acting is top notch. I'm right or die. I think we read that one. I just wanted to read it again just to be sure. All right, people. That brings us to an end. That brings us to an end of our first gaming stream here. Now, other people talk about wanting to game with me too. Flux is talking about maybe her and I doing a Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough stream on her channel. Aussie Overlord, Hayden, MG Law, and Kaiser Pineapple. We've thrown out the idea of possibly doing some Halo playthroughs on their channel. So there might be more me gaming streams on other people's channel in the near future. So we'll see how that goes. But it's time for me to go. Hey, Flux, you're back. Welcome back. So we got to figure this out. But Flux has been on me for a long time to do the Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough with her. That would be fun. So all right. Let's see. Well, I'm going to wrap this up and go about my day. Let's see where we can send you, shall we? I'm sure somebody is streaming because it's Friday night and everybody's just Friday night in the U.S. and everybody's just kind of chilling out. At least I hope they are. Let me see. Let me see what's going on. Right. Where is go to YouTube Studio. Don't worry, Straub. They're going to play with you in a minute.
We're going to play with you in a minute here.
Get the dogs in. Oh, there we go. Righto. Let's see. Content. Oh, that the murderer guy. His voice has really scratched my throat. Customization. Redirect. Where are you going to redirect you to? Yeah, Flux missed. You've been here. Oh, well, I tried to search for your name and it didn't come up. Anyway. Cool Frog, Mystery Science Theater, Mr. Potentially Criminal. He's building an A37 Dragonfly model. Radix Verum is doing the FBI's government Whitmer kidnapping plot. That's upcoming. That's upcoming. That's not live. When is it upcoming to? August 29th. Well, that's a long wait. We're not going to do that one. I don't know where you want me to send you. Hey, Law News and Laughter with Aussie Overlord. Had to go. It went just fine. We got through our first chapter and we're doing awesome. And I was just mentioning that we might be starting a Halo stream. The two of us are with MG and Kaiser at some point. So we got to work out details. But we're good here. Let's see. Let's add the redirect. We can go watch Potentially Criminal Sean build models. I don't see anyone else being live. I don't see anybody else being live here. All right. I guess we'll just, if you don't want to watch Sean build models, then, and talk about stuff. Yeah. Ozzy, your name is too long. Law News and Laughter with Ozzy Overlord. All right, we're going to send you on over to Sean. Make sure you tell Sean, hi, Legal Vices sent you. That's me. And also, Hayden, Aussie Overlord, and I, we've got something big that we need to do on stream too. Stay tuned for that at some point in the future. There's going to be a collab of sorts coming down the pike. Right. So, Sean, building models, potentially criminal. Everybody, mods, thank you so much for being here. People in chat, especially you, thank you for the support of the first and hopefully not the last Legal Vices. I don't know, I almost said Pacific Wright. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney game playthrough, the law-related game playthrough. Thank you for joining me for that. Thank you for being here. Thanking you guys for the support. Thanks for just hanging out and chat and everybody keeping us all entertained and all those other things. You guys are awesome. I really, really, really appreciate it. And we'll be seeing you on Monday. Take care, everybody. See ya. Let's tell Sean hi. Tell him Legal Vices sent you. Bye now.